I know the feeling all too well. You scroll through endless listings of subwoofers that promise thunderous bass, glossy photos, and a price that looks like a steal, only to end up with a box that feels more like a decorative paperweight than a real low-frequency engine. The disappointment hits hardest when you're on the road, setting up a pop-up sound system for a birthday party or an outdoor market, and you realize the unit you bought needs a wall outlet or just can't fill the space with the depth you expected. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. And today I'm going to break down whether the Yorkville EXM-MOBILES portable battery-powered subwoofer actually lives up to the hype or if it's another case of looks great, performs meh. First off, the biggest draw of this Yorkville model is the fact that it's truly portable. Most subwoofers in the 175-watt range are built into large speaker cabinets that need to be plugged into a power strip, which makes a quick gig setup a logistical nightmare. This unit runs on a built-in lithium-ion battery, so you can drop it off the back of a van, plug it straight into your mixer via the standard XLR inputs, and be ready to roll in minutes. For street performers, church youth groups, or anyone who doesn't have reliable AC power at the venue, that freedom is a game changer. The battery isn't something you have to worry about constantly swapping. You can charge it overnight with a regular wall charger and have enough juice for a few hours of moderate playback, which is exactly the window most small-scale events need. Now, let's talk about the sound side of things. The subwoofer houses an 8-inch low-frequency driver, paired with a 175-watt amplifier. In a room that's roughly the size of a small conference hall or a backyard patio, you'll hear a clean, tight low end that adds weight to vocals and acoustic guitars without turning the whole mix into a muddy rumble. When I tested it at a local community fair, the bass was solid enough to make the DJ's basslines feel present, yet it never overpowered the main PA speakers. The real-world takeaway is that this subwoofer is best suited for venues where you need that extra punch but aren't trying to fill a club or a stadium. If you're running a 12-inch main speaker and need a little extra depth for spoken word or acoustic sets, the Yorkville does the job without demanding a separate power generator. One practical advantage that often gets overlooked in spec sheets is the Bluetooth connectivity. You can stream a test tone, a backing track, or even a full playlist straight from a phone or tablet. The latency is low enough that, in a live setting, you won't notice a delay between the main mix and the sub's output. That said, Bluetooth isn't a replacement for a wired signal when you need absolute phase alignment for a professional gig. If you're a DJ who relies on a laptop or a mixer as the source, you'll probably run the subwoofer via the supplied XLR cable for the most reliable sync. The wireless option shines for quick rehearsals, small house parties, or when you simply want to avoid a tangle of cables in a cramped booth. What about the trade-offs? The most obvious limitation is battery life under full power. While the manufacturer doesn't list a precise runtime, typical 175-watt battery-powered subs in this class manage around 4 to 6 hours at medium volume before the charge starts to dip. If you're planning a marathon festival set or an all-day conference, you'll need to either bring a spare battery or have a backup power plan. Another point to consider is the low-frequency depth. An 8-inch driver can't reproduce the sub-10 Hz rumble you'd hear from a 12-inch or 15-inch professional sub. That's not a flaw, it's just a characteristic of the size. If your event relies on that visceral, chest-vibrating bass, think EDM nightclubs or large outdoor concerts, you'll likely find this unit a bit shy. Who should click buy on this thing? If you're a mobile DJ who frequently plays at house parties, small venues, or outdoor markets where power is scarce, the Yorkville EXM-MOBILES offers a sweet spot of portability, decent output, and wireless flexibility. It's also a solid fit for churches, schools, and community groups that need an extra bass boost for worship services, presentations, or talent shows, and don't want to lug around a heavy power in-the-wall sub. Content.